wait. The only thing to do was wait. As a former hospitaler from Teresa's squad attended to your wounds, you were in agony. Not particularly from the wounds. Kazazel was quite generous in administering his painkillers. But time seemed to stretch on and on. Just you lying there, while everyone else is off looting to their heart's content. You comfort yourself knowing that you requested a suit of power armor, if one could be found. This was the largest cathedral on this shrine world. There had to be something valuable down in the depths of the catacombs. Either that, or all of the most valuable artifacts melted along with the rest of the basilica. As you lie there, you see Teresa standing over you. Her face is smeared with ash and sweat from the firefight.
You are incredibly lucky you aren't dead, newbie. Let's hope Kazazel finds something good, or else I won't hear the end of it if we risked our lives and accomplished nothing except saving the people of this planet.
You don't respond. Not that you can, but you do appreciate the one-sided conversation. Anything to take your mind off the waiting. After recounting the cracks in the ceiling of the catacombs for the third time, Kazazel finally returned.
A lovely time was had by all. You wouldn't believe all the wondrous things we found. Quaint digital weapons, all manner of blessed artifacts, more saint bones than you could shake an eviscerator at. And last but not least,
Kazazel leans in close.
I got that shiny new suit of armor you wanted so bad. I think you're going to love it. It has big pauldrons and it has that skull thing with wings on it that you monkey like so much. It's got it all. You wanted power armor. Congratulations. You now have your very own suit of it. It's my little way of saying thank you for getting hit with a chain axe instead of me. Now, let's not dawdle. I don't want to have to stay in this incense-ridden hole any longer than I have to.
It isn't long before you are carted back to the ship and sent to the medical bay. You find yourself lying next to Book, who took a nasty knock to the head and cracked his skull. If it weren't for his horns and sturdy bone structure, Book likely would have been killed outright by the Space Marine. You put on a slow drip of muscle relaxers and anesthetics to manage the pain and keep your muscles from suddenly tightening before they're finished healing. Book gives a pained, braying moan.
Well, I feel like shit.
You don't look so good either.
Shut up. At least I took one to the face from the boss Marine. You were running away and got your ass tore open by one of his underlings. Damn, I miss my horn. It won't grow back either. I might see if Anthrax can make me some kind of replacement. I normally don't care much about my looks, but I'm not walking around lopsided with just one of them.
As you and Book catch up a little bit, there is a rumble that shakes the entire ship. There's a pause. Then another impact as the ship shudders again, rattling the beds and medical equipment. Kazazel's voice comes over the Vox system.
Greetings, my lovely Marauders. It appears that the ship that teleported our little warlord away from us has just decloaked and is now firing on us. Oh, what fun. We are now beginning evasive maneuvers, and I just wanted to let you know that if we are all destroyed in a cataclysmic antimatter explosion, well, it's been a good run. However, I think it's far more likely that these mongrels are going to try to disable the vessel and board the ship. Now, we might be dealing with genetically modified super soldiers who've been enhanced by the ruinous powers, but they're still flying a clunky Imperial vessel that handles like a drunk grox. We're currently making our way towards the asteroid field, and hopefully we'll be able to lose our pursuers. And everyone who isn't incapacitated, kindly find a weapon station and start shooting. Thank you.
Great. We're getting shot at and I'm stuck here in the med bay.
After that, Book went quiet. And once again, you have to resort to staring at the ceiling, waiting for Something. Anything to happen. The ship to blow up. The Cornates to swarm aboard the Obeziana. For Kazazel to slip away and escape. But no. You only lie there, with only the occasional rumble of the ship to mark the passage of time. But only after what seemed like an eternity, everything went silent, and only the hum of the medical equipment could be heard. Then, the Vox system sprang to life once more.
Well, congratulations, everyone. We're all still alive and more or less safe in the asteroid field, and we have a moment to ourselves. Now, let's get patched up, and then we have some choices to make. Well done, everyone. Let's spare a few moments for those who gave their lives, so that we all can have a bigger share of the loot. It looks like some pitmongers will be looking at a promotion.
With that, the Vox cut out, and you relax a little, and allow the sedatives to lull you to a dark, dreamless sleep. The next few days were spent recovering from your wounds. Eventually, your muscles and bones knit neatly back together, and you were able to use your power armor for the first time. It felt strange to stand in the armor. It was so bulky, but your every movement was so smooth and effortless. It actually was less difficult to move in this than even the simple flak armor you used when you were first freed from the pit. This armor was something special, fit for a lord. But here you were, a pirate and a scoundrel in such a noble armor. Book catches sight of you as you round a corner on the ship, his shiny new adamantium horn glinting in the light.
Can't say I'm not jealous. I'd love to rip the head off of one of those berserkers. Then I'd actually have a helmet that fit me. I don't know if Kazazel would let me keep it, though. He doesn't like anything that stinks of the warp, even a little bit. Alright, come on. Kazazel's meeting with everyone who has their own ship. We have to decide what we're doing next.
You walk with Book to the meeting with the other ship captains. You caught word of the developments in the system. Apparently, an Imperial fleet had arrived. They received some kind of distress signal. Kazazel briefly heard chatter over the Vox waves before they changed the encryption on their transmissions. Unfortunately, little is known about the new fleet, and scans were even more difficult in the asteroid field. With limited intelligence, you still have a choice to make. Once again, it has come time to shape the narrative and select your next course of action. You have successfully stopped the ritual on the Shrine World. But now where should you go? Do you wish to cut your losses and let the Imperials and Chaos forces fight it out? Do you want to go back to Santissima and try to do something about the siege on the spaceport? Do you want to go to the asteroid mining facility of Guanajuato? Do you want to go to Jodl Prime, where the bulk of the Chaos forces are assaulting the capital planet? Do you have something else you would like to do? You can post suggestions down below, and if they receive enough votes, they will help influence the narrative. After a day, I will post the poll in the community section where people will have a chance to vote on the different options and help shape the narrative. No men do they call me. My mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode of Kazazel's Merry Marauders. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you would really like to support me, you can do so via Patreon or PayPal. Both of those will be linked below. And as usual, if you have absolutely no idea how you got into this situation, you can click on the Marauder playlist and listen to the story from the beginning. That link should be appearing on screen right now. Thank you all very much. No Man out.